Hello there and welcome back to the channel everyone. This is Football Reviews and today we are going to be discussing about a Premier League match that's happening on 26th of September. It's Manchester United going up against Brighton. So without further ado, let's begin the video. Manchester United are coming in this match with a shocking loss to Crystal Palace in a 3-1 scoreline in the Premier League, with Donny van de Beek being their only goal scorer. This was the first match for them in this season and it was a very embarrassing performance from them. There were no link-up play, there were no through passes that went past the defenders, and all the shots were getting blocked. But the credit goes to the Crystal Palace defenders, who were amazing in the last game. They didn't give space to the wingers, all the shots of Rashford were mostly blocked, and positioning of defenders to defend Martial was amazing, and all in all it was a great performance from Crystal Palace and a match to forget for Manchester United. But now let's have a look at the lineup they played against Crystal Palace. They played in a 4-3-2-1 formation. In the goalkeeping department, it was none other than David De Gea. Although he conceded 3 goals, he had a fairly good game. He even saved a penalty, but it was ruled out as his foot was not in the line. He also made a couple of good saves, so his rating according to me was 7. In the fullback area, it was a very surprising decision that Fosu Mensah was starting as a right back instead of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Fosu Mensah didn't have a good game as he was struggling defensively, and he was also even booked for a silly challenge in Michel, but nevertheless he set up the only goal scored by Manchester United, so according to me his rating was 5.5. In the left back position, Luke Shaw started and he also didn't have the performance that United fans were hoping for. Crystal Palace winger Townsend easily got past him to score an early goal in the 7th minute of the game. He didn't look good while going forward, so according to me his rating was 5. But just so you know, Porto left back Alex Telles is very near on joining United this summer, so we expect to see Telles in the starting lineup ahead of Luke Shaw in the upcoming weeks, as Luke Shaw himself stated that United needs some reinforcements and it seems like his time in the first team is on the line. Now in the centre back position, Victor Lindelof had a horrible game and a game to forget. He had hand in all 3 goals scored by Crystal Palace. He conceded a penalty in the 74th minute of the game, and it was really bad game for him, and if he is to keep his place in the starting lineup, then he must perform well, so his rating was a 3. Alongside Lindelof, United captain Harry Maguire started. He was back from all the problems he faced in his life in this summer, and he had a decent game. He looked off pace a little bit, he was getting beaten by the pace, and he was also booked for a clumsy challenge on Wilfried Zaha, so his rating according to me was 5. In the holding midfielder role, Paul Pogba started. He also had a fairly decent game as he tried to hold the team together. He tried a couple of long range shots that certainly troubled Crystal Palace goalkeeper, so all in all it was a fair performance from him, so according to me his rating was 7. Alongside Pogba, Scott McTominay started as another holding midfielder and he was one of the best performers from United match. He was unlucky with his few shots drifting wide, but with the defenders not playing well, he had to do a lot by himself, as coming in the edge of the box to make a goal scoring chance and running back to defend, so his rating according to me was 7.8. In the 3 attackers, there were Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes and Daniel James in the starting lineup. And talking about Marcus Rashford, he never stopped trying. He shot when he got a chance, he was trying to help the team, but most of the shots were blocked, so he performed decently, so my rating to him is 6.5. In the central attacking midfielder role, Bruno Fernandes started. He was Manchester United Player of the Year, but he didn't live up to the expectation. He couldn't find any passes accurate, he didn't get chance to shoot, and he just didn't play well. So my rating to him is a 5.5. In the right wing, Dan James started and it was a horrible game for him. He couldn't get any crosses correct, he couldn't make runs from the flanks, and he wasn't finding his teammates from his passes. And it seemed like that he isn't just yet good for the Manchester United to be a starter. So his rating according to me was a 4. In the striker role, Anthony Martial started and it also wasn't a good day at the office for him as he barely had a chance of scoring. He was guarded superbly by the Palace defenders, so his rating was 5.5. This was how Manchester United went to play against Crystal Palace and got beaten. So in the upcoming match against Brighton, I'm sure we are going to see a lot of changes in the first team, such as Wan Bissaka may replace Fosu-Mensah, Dan James will surely be replaced by Mason Greenwood, Lindelof might get replaced by Eric Bailly, but there is a higher chance that Lindelof will start against Brighton as well despite his poor performance. And in the midfield, it's going to be very interesting to see who Ole Gunnar will choose, as they have Pogba, McTominay, who had a good game last time, they have Fred, and they have the new signing Donny van de Beek, who scored a goal against Palace. So it will be very interesting and very difficult for Ole Gunnar, but I think that they would want to see Pogba and van de Beek pairing in the next match against Brighton. And I do think and I do hope that they both will put in a great performance together. We hope to see United players play with more intensity. We hope to see some goals in the next match, and we certainly hope that Manchester United goes into the winning streak again. Talking about Brighton, in their first match, they were defeated by Chelsea in a 3-1 loss, but they came back stronger in the second match against Newcastle United with a 3-0 win. They play with a 4-4-2 formation with two strikers. So it will be very interesting to see how United defenders can bounce back from their poor display last time out. Now let's have a look at the prediction of the scoreline. I know United played poorly last time and Brighton played very good against Newcastle, but I do think that the Reds will bounce back and come to winning ways. I am going for a 2-1 United because I don't think United have such defenders who can give them a clean sheet, and I certainly think that the attackers will need to up their game. So this was my lineup prediction and scoreline prediction. Make sure to comment down your scores, and I will be making these kind of videos of United as well as of other teams. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video.